in the future. In this special edition of Inside Africa, Sudanese model and actor Duany opens up about his life in war-torn Sudan, his transition to the United States, and how he found purpose in reconnecting with his past.
Yeah, who could have thought I had to come to America, have a dream, and become a model and an actor? 18 years ago, I was just a filter boy who was just trying to survive in the military bases in a refugee camp. And then here I came to New York, and then I'm given opportunity, And I think I'm just lucky because there's millions and millions of children from Sudan who can do the same thing that I'm doing, but I'm the only one who have opportunity to be here. And that's the reason it's like, all right, maybe it's time to really give back. I gotta give back to my own people. What I can really remember my childhood, early 1983, is like when mom just grab you and yank you down under the bed, that there's some attacks and things of that nature was happening, because that's the time that the Civil War broke out. Those are kind of things that I remember, gunfightings and things of that nature. And then the next day when you get up, and then you can see on the street, something went wrong last night. And then, yeah, very early age, I was aware that there's something happening in my country. I remember a lot. Yeah, I remember because my father was a captain in SPLA, and then we stayed in this military base. It's called Bukteng. And then there was a battle that happened there. And then that's when we decided to march forward to Ethiopia. And we moved as a family. Yeah, my father and his step brother and his lot of cousins and a lot of brothers, because we are a big family. Yeah, and then we marched toward Ethiopia, and then we stayed in a lot of villages along the way, and then we made it to Ethiopia by 1987. And I have a lot of memories in the refugee camps. By then I was about 10 years old to 11. Life as a refugee it was difficult. It was difficult living in a refugee camp, and sometimes it's lack of food, it's lack of water, and we would struggle. But with family around, and then yeah, it's always a day to really laugh. And I stick to the good memories for the most part. And then later on, coming back from Ethiopia, I didn't have any choice. There's not a whole lot of things that I have to do. It's not like I have a school to go to and then to keep me engaged, and and then I just joined the military. So that way I get to have a meal with the rest of the guys, and we take care of little jobs. You clean guns here and there, and then you learn from the older guys who go to the front line. Yeah, and then that was a place that I know I'm going to be there anytime soon, And later I was in the front line with everybody else. Being in the front line, yeah, it's not normal. It's not normal. It's pretty scary in the beginning, and the more gun you hear, and then you don't fear anything, really. And then that's when I had a turning point. I was like, maybe it's time for me to really walk away from this land, because for the entire year, coming from Ethiopia in 1991, the whole year it was like war every day. It's always battles, and then that's when I was like, maybe I should go back to Ethiopia. So when I thought about really leaving Sudan and I'm going to go to Ethiopia and gamble on my life, I decided to go to Akobo and went to see my mom and dad. And then I stayed there for 5 months to see how life is like in Akobo, and it was similar things that was happening. So that's when I decided to dip out of there. No, I didn't have family with me at that time. Here we were received. by the UNHCR, and then they give us ration card, and then it was registration there, and they give you a blanket, and then they give you maize or wheat flour or something, things in that nature. I was happy because the long walk from Sudan to Ethiopia, we didn't have food, you know. We eat a lot of raw mangoes and anything green on the ground, and then we eat that, but there was no adequate food and water. There was one of the guys from my ethnic family, so he put me in his one of his brother and his ration card, because I was too young to come to the United States by myself. The United States would not allow a guy who's a teenager to come to stay, because you're not going to be able to take care of yourself. So I bounced around in a refugee camp, and then with the hope that one day when I become 18 and then I can come to the United States, but it was a long way. I couldn't wait anymore because people was leaving the States. So when he asked me, like, I can take you to stay with me and then I'll take care of you, and I'm like, sure.